United flight hit with Entmijden as bugs spill out of suitcase in overhead bin, says passenger. A passenger on a United flight from Venice, Italy, to Newark, New Jersey, reported an experience that left her and several seatmates feeling heebie-jeebie goosebumpy get me a gin gross. On the plane from Venice to New York, when a large, fat ant walks over my pillow, that went on to document her ant-filled, 9-hour journey. Minutes later, after she spotted the first few insects and alerted the crew, she says, flight attendants asked if she could wait until after takeoff to have her seat inspected. When she reported, Burns notes that she didn't want to be difficult or cause a fuss, but as the critters multiplied, she felt couldn't sit idly by. At one point, a fellow passenger in the center row of seats on the transatlantic flight said he had seen a parade of ants in an overhead bin in the row in front of Burns. She and the other passenger, who she dubbed Middle Aisle Guy in her Twitter saga, stood up as a flight attendant came through to try and take care of the situation. Me and the Middle Aisle Guy are standing up like we are the ant enforcers, while the senior cabin crew guy rocks up, armed with a flashlight and a wet cloth. Sure, and me and the Middle Aisle Guy are standing up like we are the ant enforcers, while the senior cabin crew guy rocks up, armed with a flashlight and a wet cloth. Sure, and eventually, the group discovered the source of the bugs as the carry-on bag of another passenger. The crew member and me and Middle Aisle Guy say please take the bags out and check beneath. He does. The crew member woke the sleeping owner of the bag, inspected it, and found it was indeed full of live ants that, in Burns' depiction, spill out. The cabin guy does the flashlight thing again in the overhead locker and says, I can't see anything. Me and Middle Aisle Guy. The guy in front pulls down his case, which by the way isn't zipped shut, as Middle Aisle Guy notes to me in an aside. She writes, and ants spill out, running in every which direction. The crew member, Burns says, then opened the case on the seat, which resulted in ants running everywhere. The owner of the bag, Burns says, she was offered 3 kinds of white wine for her troubles and other passengers were unflappable when it came to the bugs. In a statement to Burns also alleges that another flight attendant asked her if she was going to do anything seemingly in retaliation against the man whose bag contained the bugs. The crew member, in a statement, United told People, we are concerned by the experience, a customer reported on United Flight 169 from Venice to Newark. We had been in contact. The message continues, the airplane landed at Newark this afternoon and has been taken out of service for extermination. We followed proper. Burns has treated her own luggage in a zap bag, a device that's intended to kill bed bugs and other insects by heating them, she tweeted. United has had its fair share of passenger grievances aired on social media. In January,
raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.